To perfect your English, you really need to become confident in using idioms. But what is an idiom? In this video, we will talk about the 20 most popular idioms that every English learner should know. An idiom is a common phrase which means something different from its literal meaning, but can be understood because of their popular use. And that's exactly what it is. A phrase that's normal to fluent speakers. Every language has its idioms, but strange to others. Native English speakers love using them in conversation, and you'll often find them popping up in books, TV shows, and movies too. They are commonly used in everyday language to convey a specific idea, often with cultural or historical significance. Okay, let's get started. The idiom under the weather means to feel ill. For example, I was a bit under the weather yesterday, but I'm feeling much better today.
Little man's under the weather.
A little under the weather.
Yeah, heard you were under the weather.
I am just feeling under the weather.
The idiom, "The ball is in your court," means it's your responsibility now. It's up to you. For example, I have helped him in every way I can. The ball's in his court now.
Our balls are in your court.
The ball's in your court.
Ball's in your court, Captain.
No, the ball's in your court.
The idiom, "spill the beans," means to give away a secret. For example, so who spilled the beans about her affair with David?
Somebody spilled the beans?
Well, time to spill the beans.
Spill the beans, old man.
Spill the beans.
The idiom, "break a leg," means to wish someone luck. For example, break a leg. Sam, I'm sure your performance will be great.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. Break a leg.
The idiom, "pull someone's leg," means to try to persuade someone to believe something that is not true, as a joke. For example, "Is it really your car, or are you pulling my leg?"
We're pulling your leg, Grandma.
You are pulling my leg.
You pulling my leg.
I think he's pulling your leg, Brian.
The idiom, "sit on the fence," means to delay making a decision. For example, you can't sit on the fence any longer. You have to decide whose side you're on.
I know how to sit on a fence.
We've been sitting on the fence for far too long.
Barbara's sitting on that fence.
The idiom, "through thick and thin," means in good times and bad times. For example, my brother has stuck with me through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin, you can always depend.
The idiom, "once in a blue moon," means rarely. For example, we only go out once in a blue moon.
Just once in a blue moon.
So, what? Once every blue moon, Gus.
Okay, maybe I do get saucy once in a blue moon.
This is a once in a blue moon type of situation, I'd say.
The idiom, "it's the best thing since sliced bread," means it's really, really good. For example, when I first got this computer, I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread.
Here, we are going to be the best thing since sliced bread.
That has ever happened since sliced bread.
The greatest actress since sliced bread.
Find out if we're the best thing since sliced bread or toast.
The idiom, "take it with a grain of salt," means don't take it too seriously. For example, you should take his advice with a grain of salt. He is not very experienced in this field.
Syrup, so you can take this with a grain of salt.
Oh, so maybe take my opinion with a grain of salt.
So, whatever he told you about me, I'd take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, you have to take those with a grain of salt, honey.
The idiom, "come rain or shine," means no matter what. For example, they'll do their job come rain or shine.
Come rain or shine.
Rain or shine. In 5 days, only one will remain.
Rain or shine, pandemic is always on time.
Every single day, rain or shine, he just never came back.
The idiom, "go down in flames," means to fail spectacularly. For example, the project went down in flames when the team lead resigned.
The company's going down in flames.
At least we're going down in flames.
And if I go down in flames?
The idiom, "You can say that again," means that's true. For example, "This pie is delicious. You can say that again."
You can say that again.
Say that again.
Can you say that again?
You can say that again. Okay.
The idiom "see eye to eye" means to agree completely. For example, "My sister and I do not always see eye to eye."
You'll never see eye to eye.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
When friends can't see eye to eye.
We didn't always see eye to eye.
The idiom "jump on the bandwagon" means following a trend. For example, I finally jumped on the bandwagon and bought a smartphone.
I just haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet.
I think you should wait.
Every studio is jumping on the bandwagon, Dexter.
Smart move, jumping on my bandwagon. By not jumping on the Let's Get Meg family bandwagon.
The idiom "as right as rain" means to feel healthy or well again. For example, you just need a good night's sleep, and then you'll be right as rain again.
Right as rain.
Right as rain.
But is he right as rain? Right as rain.
The idiom "beat around the bush" means to avoid talking about what is important. For example, don't beat around the bush, get to the point.
And beating around the bush.
Look, let's not beat around the bush.
All right, let's not beat around the bush.
Why beat around the bush?
The idiom "hit the sack" means going to bed. For example, I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I think I'll hit the sack.
Hit the sack, Jack!
I'm gonna hit the sack.
Yes, everyone's hitting the sack.
Now let's hit the sack.
The idiom "miss the boat" means it's too late. For example, there were tickets available last week, but he missed the boat by waiting till today to try to buy some.
Yeah, he missed the boat all right.
He missed the boat, George.
Missed the boat. Or should have.
You're not missing that boat.
The idiom "by the skin of your teeth" means just barely. For example, they held on by the skin of their teeth to win 1-0.
Seems you've passed by the skin of your teeth.
Barely made it out of there by the skin of my teeth.
Dude, we just escaped by the skin of our teeth.
By the skin of my teeth.
So, to learn English idioms and expressions, it can take some time, but there are some of them that are more popular than others that will come handy if you know them. When you learn English idioms and phrases, you will sound more confident, especially when you speak with native English speakers. If you can't understand idioms, you will not be able to understand the context. That is why we have gathered some of the most common English idioms and phrases so you will understand the true meaning of them. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.